Fat. Comix Fat.
It's pretty cool to see how Keanu Reeves has consistently been able to remake himself in Hollywood. He started out as this bumbling airhead in Bill and Ted. Then he became this godlike being in the Matrix trilogy. And now he's become John Wick. And it's pretty cool because a lot of people have been associating certain characters with certain actors. Like we have Sylvester Stallone is pretty well known for being Rocky and Rambo. Tony Stark in the MCU being played by Robert Downey Jr. has become iconic. And now we have the same thing with John Wick played by Keanu Reeves. Now, just like Denzel Washington and Liam Neeson, Reeves has been able to transform his career once again, sort of like a rebirth within the action genre with these films. And it's nice to see that he's been able to garner that much attention and notoriety. A lot of it has to do with the fact that it's gone viral, a lot of the videos from him training for these movies where you see him at the range and going through, you know, with his handguns, with the rifles, with the shotguns, that a lot of people have seen that, man, this guy, he's for real. He's not playing around. He really dives into this role, and it's almost like he is John Wick, like officially in real life. That's how good he is at the range with these weapons. And that's where a lot of the strength in this franchise comes from, because he has become this great martial artist and almost gun kata specialist, which is, you know, martial arts using guns and weapons like that. So within the film, you know, the action, the fight scenes are incredible. There's scenes in this film, in John Wick 3, that are, you would think that how do they pull this off, whether it's like a motorcycles, fighting on horseback like we see in the trailer. I mean, they really pull this off. It's well choreographed. The set pieces are amazing. And I mean, it's really great strength for this film. Now, this film takes place right after John Wick 2. And if you haven't seen John Wick 2, you should probably watch it, because it really does have a lot to do with this. And of course, John Wick 1, where he pretty much comes back and it's like revenge of the puppy. You know what I mean? Just to avenge the thing that happened to him in part 1. You got to watch it, part 1, part 2, because this one literally takes place right after part 2, and where he's considered excommunicado from the high table, and all these assassins are after him and trying to kill him because, you know, he has a price on his head for killing somebody at the Continental in part 2. So that's not really spoilers, because I mean, that happened in part 2. You got to watch that film. Part 3 is amazing. It just, so much world building, so much stuff that happens from part 2 that they just go ahead and you know, peel the onion on and expand the universe on this thing. He does a great job again as John Wick. Halle Berry as supporting actress does amazing job as well. And I would not be surprised if they went ahead and did like a spin-off or something with her character. That's how good she was. She wasn't in it that long, but what she was in, it was incredible. Her, the dogs, I mean, it was incredible. It was a great role for her, especially coming off of a long lull in her career, and coming back strong with her Kingsman movie, The Golden Circle, where she was really good as well. Funny. She was awesome. She was like that gadget specialist, that tech specialist for the Statesman in that film. Now, supporting characters in this film were really good. Anjelica Huston, once again, Ian McShane, Lance Reddick. I mean, these people are really great actors who really chew up a lot of scenery, and within this film, they still like the scenes that they're in, because they are, once again, great actors performing at a high level in this film. We also have Laurence Fishburne in this film, again, reprising his role from part 2. And it's pretty cool to see Keanu Reeves with Laurence Fishburne, especially with their history with the Matrix. And there are some nods to the Matrix, not specifically within them, but within other characters involving Keanu Reeves that really take you back to the original Matrix. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. It's certain lines in it, certain lines of dialogue and communications with other characters that really hit you, and you're like, hey, I know what they did there. I see what they're doing. Again, the action, set pieces, the acting, really good. They really set up a once again this big world of assassins, of organizations that really essentially live, behind the scenes and sometimes out in the open in the world that we live in. There are some parts that kind of seem far-fetched that really test your suspension of disbelief, but I mean it's worth it because you can see how the movie sucks you in, and you're willing to put those things aside and say, you know what, I'm just having fun. And that's what this movie is. It's fun. Definitely, probably the second funnest movie that I've seen all year. Shazam is right up there, probably the funnest movie. This is definitely the second funnest movie that I've seen all year. And I know a lot of people over here thinking, what about Endgame? What about Endgame? Endgame was great, but in terms of fun, it was more like an emotional roller coaster, you know what I mean? But second funnest movie I've seen all year, John Wick 3. They definitely set up for a sequel, and I mean, this franchise is definitely blowing up now. So don't forget to watch the first films, 1 and 2, before you watch this film, because it's worth it. It's that good of a franchise now. They definitely got great writing, great actors that are in these movies, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. So let me know what you think about this film down in the comments below. And before I go, let me go ahead and give a quick shout out to another channel that I like to watch, Wolfpack Roundtable. It's about a bunch of great guys sitting around talking about life, family, pop culture, sports like boxing, soccer, MMA, the NBA, seeing what's going on there. So don't forget to hit them up. I'm gonna go ahead and link to their channel down in the description box. So go ahead and check that out if you can. And don't forget to like this video, share it if you like it too. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell to get more updates on my newest videos. And I will see you guys next time.
Comix, right? Comix, fat.